don't know how
Yeah.
you usually drop things, but I drop them straight down. Not usually super far forward.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this broken railing right here is pretty good place to start.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna investigate that, and I'm hoping Donnie gives me the help action.
Well, I'm definitely helping. I'm
Yes.
I'm really being really
Wonderful.
inquisitive.
Okay, so investigation
Yep, sure.
at advantage.
Is there
I'm
is there anything in particular you want to know about it?
Sorry. Just, I would like to know if it seems like there was a struggle before she was pushed, maybe some, like, I don't know, distinct scuff marks on the ground. I look over the railing. Is she wearing shoes?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to know if there are like any, like, maybe scuff marks on the floor or anything. Footprints seem very unlikely. But just like
Yeah, you don't.
something in the region. But I'm gonna add one of my flashes of genius to get it above a 10.
What?
So it's a 13 now.
Um.
I'm gonna
So. So yeah, you look over and you don't really see necessarily. You don't really see anything that would like indicate a struggle, but you also don't necessarily see anything that would indicate it wasn't a struggle.
Yeah.
You don't really find any conclusive evidence here. It seems like the railing has, for some reason, broken, and yeah, like.
So if I stand like, or I guess Donnie, I asked Donnie, okay, so which doors can you see? Which doors are in, and more importantly, from what points would someone be able to see her standing in front of the railing and see the push?
So if I was late, if the doors were wide open and I was sleeping with no security whatsoever, I could potentially have seen this happen from this room right here, and points just due south, or either of those two beds there, and then points due east to
Okay, so those two, and then if you were, yeah.
So everyone else is around the corner a little bit, but I'm curious I'm most curious about this room right here. So I'm just gonna lean over the railing with no tact whatsoever. Be like, hey, Aramias, who was staying up here? And just point to this room.
Oh my god. So squirrely knowing we're looking at those rooms.
It's good. We can find them quick.
There's they point at the dragonborn that's down here, and say, I believe it's them.
Oh, well, hello there, little buddy. We got a friend of yours over there in the corner. I'm gonna point to him and tell him to go to the dragonborn guy to go over there.
Dragonborn lady.
And then I guess we will enter that room, and we keep investigating, or if you want to go back down to the dragonborn.
Oh no, I want to go through every single room.
Then I guess Donnie would be following Mervin as Mervin investigates the rooms and helping him.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Dragonborn's room first.
Okay.
I open up there's not much in here, so I'll just open up all those drawers, look under the bed.
I mean, they have the belongings in the rooms,
yes,
and stuff that. So you start searching there.
Not like crazy, but yeah.
Okay, but so you start by searching that room. So I'll leave you searching over there while Janice and Frid, you receive a Dragonborn. And they are ready to be asked questions.
Hello, Miss. Mrs. I can't tell. Where we? What's your name?
She says, I'm Philrak.
Philrak. And Philrak, what are you doing here? Are you traveling? Are you passing through? Are you a merchant?
She says, I'm a traveler.
Are you headed to Rodonia or from Rodonia?
I'm heading to Radonia, yes.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that Philrak is sort of they are nervous about something, and they are sort of like fidgeting with one of their hands on top of the other hand.
Now, might we ask how old you are?
Philrak says, I am 42 years old, if that matters for this.
Is this your first time going to Rodonia?
She says, no, I live there.
And have you lived there long?
Yes.
Interesting. Did you happen to know the victim? Did you happen to talk to this family of elves beforehand while you were staying here?
She says, no, I saw them dining yesterday, that's all.
Yesterday, you say?
No, I mean today. This evening.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then, what did you do? You went to bed, or?
She says, yes, I went to bed. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And that's where you were at the time this happened?
Yes.
And so, what woke you up? Did you hear screaming, or can you just describe what was going on there? How
This
the
is,
events according to you?
She says, yes, I heard a scream, then I heard a crash, and then the innkeeper was yelling, and I came out of the room and came over.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Is she covering up any particular part of her body?
Well, clothes, yes.
Yeah.
And also the hand over the other hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you have any more questions, Feared?
You seem nervous. Is there any reason for that?
She says, I'm being questioned.
Wow.
Well, but you didn't push her, did you?
She says, of course not, but anyone would be nervous in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
How long?
Is this situation? Is the situation the cause of your nervousness, or is this questioning specifically? Are you Are you scared that there might be a killer trapped in the inn with us, or?
She says, yes, of course. Of course.
You
If I...
have any on?
she says, if I had to guess anything, it would probably be the drow.
Mhm.
They look pretty suspicious.
Yeah, he does look pretty suspicious, doesn't he?
Yeah, drow really are the worst.
Well, yeah, Feared. Do you
I
want to
think we've
keep digging,
asked
or?
enough questions here surrounding this matter. There's not much more regarding this.
We could ask, since you're from Redonia, then, right? Do you know Alf Evergreen?
She says, who is that?
Insight check. Was that a lie?
You don't think that she's lying?
Okay. Just checking. Thank you for your time, then, Miss Philrack.
We will continue on with our work.
All right. Philrack leaves, still kind of holding her hand there. Goes away. In Philrack's room, Mervyn and Donnie, you find nothing out of the ordinary, except that there's a lot of weapons. Like not like an absurd amount of weapons, but like a lot of
Not a
weapons.
weapons dealer kind, but she's strapped basically. She's carrying.
Yeah, like a lot of weapons for one person to be carrying, but not an absurd amount.
You know, I gotta say, Mervyn, whoever has this room, that little dragonborn, they got a style that I can appreciate, to say the least. Like these are some top of the line things. Is there anything is it any? No, never mind. I'm not gonna be good. I'm gonna be a good detective. I'm not gonna be an evil detective. Okay.
You're not gonna steal from the evidence locker.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna steal anything. I'm gonna be real nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna put up Mervyn.
Murder
I
weapon
can't-
has gone missing. Who could have done this? Don't look in my pockets.
Just stuff it in my shell real quick. They won't even know. But I was like, can you do anything to identify if there's like residue on this? Like, can you see blood any better than I could?
Mervyn
I mean-
uses here for unknown blood senses.
I was gonna say,
I mean, I could do an investigation check,
Sure,
but
yeah, I don't know if you had anything special involving. Like,
no, I could potentially use like with the right tool for the job, I could spend an hour making any specific set of tools, and if, for example, there was like a forensic tool set somewhere in the player's guide, then I could like make that. But
Okay.
yeah. But even then, if I don't have proficiency in it, I don't know how that goes.
either way.
But do you want me to make an advantaged investigation check? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you on that, and then
All right.
So what are you investigating?
I want to know if she has any like papers, like letters, or I don't know, adventuring guild charter or anything like that. And then I do, if you'll let me, also want to closely inspect the weapons. They're not really my top priority because we do know she was pushed. Like, there's not any like big like slash marks down her back.
you could scare her over a ledge, though, Mervyn.
Well, none that you've seen so far.
We haven't
But
heard
you
of-
haven't investigated the body either, so.
Unfortunately, Mort's not allowed to investigate the body.
I mean, if you think you need to, I can always. It's not exactly the nicest thing to do to tackle a mourning father.
No.
I didn't want to.
You
Is
can
there-
cast sleep on them with your glaive.
This thing, but there is potential that I can get him out of the way if we need to.
No, it's fine. So I'm gonna make that advantage investigation.
Uh-huh.
And how did that go?
I like it.
The same result again? Wow.
Good
Great.
results, though.
Wow. They're good though,
you-
yeah.
So you don't find any like paperwork or anything. But as you investigate the weapons, you're not exactly like a weapons expert per se, but you know some weapons, and then you got Donnie there to
When
you
you
know.
list out something cool, I point at it and I get all excited.
But from the weapons, you can tell that they are in use. They are just like for show. You also note that they are well maintained. And though as you look over one of the swords, you notice something strange. With your keen eyes, you notice that there's the sword is it seems like it's halfway through someone sharpening it. Like somebody was working on it, but didn't finish it, which is strange compared to the other weapons, which are all like properly taken care of.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And then I'm gonna peek my head into all the rooms that have to see which ones have 3 places to which ones can house 3 people, and because you know what, instead of that, I'm gonna run downstairs really quick, whisper to the innkeeper which room is the elves' room.
The innkeeper says, I don't know.
Ask his wife.
Okay, I go to the innkeeper's wife and whisper to her which one is the elves' room.
She says, it's the one opposite of the suite.
Okay, and then that's the room I would like to investigate next.
Okay. Who are you calling in to the questioning next?
Well, Donnie's gonna lean over the railing as I walk by. Like, those are some well-maintained pieces of equipment you got there, good sir. You have a roommate though? I see 2 beds. This will be staring straight at the Dragonborn, pointing at her.
She just looks kind of confused and just says, no.
I said, okay. And I say, if Mort wants to react, or if you guys relayed anything to him, feel free. Otherwise,
The only other person left in this group is this one, and then there's, I guess, these 3 as well.
Wait, who's that? Oh, that's Philrek. I spelled their name different.
Yeah. There's there's these four people over here who are still unquestioned. There's 1 elf, and there's normal elf, and then there's 3 humans.
Okay. Send in the elf, I'd say.
oh, hey, Legolas, why don't you make your way over there?
The elf just says, I have no idea who that is.
That's my
All right.
second removed cousin.
Well then, please take a seat. Mr.
All
What should we call you?
My name is Caldron.
Caldron. And just for some starting questions, what brings you to the Beaver Rock Inn? Are you a traveler? trader by trade, by profession. Headed to Redonia, headed to Sarvent.
Checks notes. Calderon says, I'm simply passing through on my way to the south.
Mm-hmm. And when did you arrive here then?
I arrived today.
Mm-hmm. And did you happen to meet the family out there beforehand? Did you know them? Did you talk to them?
They say, I didn't talk to anyone. I don't know anyone in here.
Mm-hmm. Nobody. I mean, I assume you talked to the innkeepers, or who did you book
Conversed,
the
I
room
think, is what
from?
they mean.
Calderon says, simply paid for my room and went there.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really able to like read
And
much off of this person. They seem to, yeah, they seem to be very like flat about everything.
is my detect magic still running?
Yes. No.
Okay. If it isn't, I'm just gonna cast it.
I
Do
mean,
they
it
have
is
any magical
no,
items on them?
no. There is nothing. No. I will assume that you are scanning them all, and I will tell you if there is anything.
Specific to scanning him, what do I peg his appearance as? Does he seem wealthier? Does he have any like family rings, crests, iconography?
No, this elf does not seem to be any sort of higher up. They seem to be dressed as a simple traveler.
Okay, and well, where were you at the time this event occurred then? In your room, I presume?
Say, yes. Fear, do you have any follow-up questions?
What are your thoughts on what's happened?
They say, I don't care.
You don't care that someone's died.
He says, well, it was none of my business.
Wow. Can't argue with that. I'm done with him.
Yeah, I mean, Janice wouldn't know a lot about surface elf culture, right?
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
Maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
you read books.
Yeah. Okay. Does this strike Janice as weird that he doesn't care about another young elf specifically being killed? I mean, from Janice's perspective, like young elves are typically very protected by their houses because of the future and all that sort of stuff. Is this?
Yeah,
like
I mean, it does seem a little bit strange, I guess. But then again, also, if they have no relation, then maybe
Yeah.
they
The world
just
is a
don't.
big place. You can't care about every death, kind of thing.
Mm.
Mm.
But there is something fishy about this character for sure. Seems like there's a little bit of something fishy about everybody here.
Yeah. So you did you push her then?
The elf says, no.
No. Mhm. And where exactly in the south are you headed? I mean, I'm not very familiar with those lands, but are you planning on going south enough to leave the Empire's borders?
The elf says, I don't know if that's really relevant to you, where I'm going.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm just trying to get more general information. And you said you are a traveler, just passing through. Are you familiar with the art of combat? Do you wield a sword? Do you wield a bow? Do you wield arcane power of any sort?
They say, they seem a little bit surprised by this question, you would say, and they take a moment to kind of think and just say, no.
Insight check.
Yeah, I want to insight. Well, first, does he have his hands on the table, or can I
Sure.
see his hands? Okay.
Yes.
Can I visually investigate them or whatever? Does he have, like, I don't know, the calluses that I'd assume go with lots of archery or like using weapons, or are his hands more of like an aristocratic?
The hands are not hands of a noble, but how they've been worn in a way you can't necessarily tell.
Can I
Okay.
insight check whether he's lying about?
Yes.
No. Okay. Hey, good insight roll.
Yeah. You're pretty sure that they are lying.
Okay.
Like
if it's
so far it seems like they haven't necessarily been like they haven't volunteered a lot of information, but they also don't seem like they have been lying necessarily. But now you do see that this must be some sort of, because they were like, yeah.
So if you don't use swords, bows, or arcane might, perhaps your tool of choice is a dagger, maybe, or
How do you protect yourselves on these long journeys that you take as a traveler? As we as adventurers know, the roads are dangerous places as a group and as an individual, even more so. So, how are you having the confidence to undertake these journeys? Please do enlighten me.
They say, I stay out of trouble.
Yes, well, that's not really how the roads work, do they? Trouble tends to find you.
Or maybe we're just really bad at it.
I get mugged twice a week at least.
We've got people trying to kill us every other Tuesday. Is that not the normal on my roads? So you just don't get in trouble.
They say, yeah.
Now,
Mhm.
by chance, do you happen to know your way around an instrument?
They seem again surprised by this question, and they think for a while and just say, no.
Can I'm gonna briefly give him like a very short speech about how traveling unarmed on the roads is irresponsible to do, but I want to, in Thieves' Cant, like mixed into this, try to figure out if he is a member of a Thieves Guild. See if he reacts to that somehow.
Does not seem to be reacting to your Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
Whether not understanding it or just not reacting is uncertain.
Mhm. Well, Fjord, I don't know if we have any more questions. Do you have something else you wanted to ask this character?
Not currently, no. He's free to go for now.
Calderon.
We haven't seen any of these guys with a wanted poster anywhere in Redonia, have we? Just by chance.
No.
Well,
No.
I mean, besides Bobbert, who obviously gave us a fake name.
What
No.
do you mean?
I don't think Bobbert's smart enough to give us a fake name.
No,
That's the
Bobbert's
real
real
name.
name is Robert. So he's like, oh shit, I need a fake name. Bobbert.
All right, back to our investigative duo over here. What are you investigating in this room, the room of the elves?
I want to know more about this young girl. I want to go through. Are their clothes like nice? Do they have nice jewelry?
Actually,
not that I would.
ac-
I'm not.
actually, oh yeah, it is still all the jewelry.
I realized as soon as I said it, like the first thing.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna ask you about anything because you do go over the room and you don't actually find anything there. Anything
stuff
like
isn't
out
there?
of the ordinary. Their
Oh.
stuff is there, but it's just like it's very mundane stuff. They're just some sort of family of commoners, just traveling. It seems.
Okay.
You don't find like anything. No, and no mysterious
Mm,
anything.
mm.
There was 3 of them.
No, it's
Alright.
not.
All right. So
Yeah,
The
so that
bodyguard
room.
guy, if the bodyguard guy was guarding this room and he was like sitting in this chair, he must have seen this, been able to see this door.
yeah, he wouldn't be able to see it from where he's
He wouldn't be
sitting.
able to see the site of the murder, but he would have been able to see if the girl left.
Yeah, because she was in pajamas, so she must have come up front.
No, regular
No?
clothes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you did say regular clothes. I'm sorry. She was in regular clothes. So, do elves change into pajamas for trancing?
Sure.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. That gives me helpful information. So she might not have come back to her room before. She was at the balcony. But if she did, then he would have seen her.
He's only good.
Weird.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, nothing in that room. What room next?
The noble elf dwarf's room, which I assume is
Dwarf?
across the way.
No.
A gnome.
What? Oh, why did I write? I'm sorry.
But you know, he
Nothing is a racist. Species are the same.
Slop and the bodyguard are definitely innocent because we can't prosecute them.
Because they're nobility and is.
I mean, if he
see.
is actually a researcher from the capital, we can't do anything realistically.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
Actually,
is he?
what is the end game here? We just like turn them. We just like handcuff them and turn them into
Summary execution on the spot.
Well, we can start doing that willy-nilly until we find the culprit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Bubba told you already.
We're gonna start lopping off heads until somebody confesses. Or we can just kill them and then interrogate them with Speak with Dead and figure out who it was that way.
We
Yeah,
kill the
I mean-
parent, then
I
let
mean-
Mort speak with Dead with them. No one's sad that the daughter's dead because they're all dead as well.
But yeah, I mean, Bubba gave you the solution. Just kill everyone, and you'll have the baddie there as well. But anyways, yeah. So you are in the room of the gnome, and yeah, I mean, at least based on the stuff you find there, they seem to be some sort of researcher. They've got some research papers over there, some fancy clothes, all of that kind of stuff. What are you looking for in the room?
What is the nature of their research?
Arcane. And
Okay.
not magical arcane. Arcane in like you don't really get it. Something weird.
Okay.
They've got a lot of papers to go through if you wanna try to go through them all.
Yeah,
though.
go through their papers, go through their stuff. Is there anything that strikes me as like they're in possession of something that's not like the rest of their stuff? And oh, you know what? This is probably a good time to cast detect magic, ritually cast detect magic. Can I do that?
Mhm.
Wait, 1 second. Yes, I can. I want to ritually cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm. You don't find anything magic, but you as you go through the notes and books and everything, you don't really find anything too interesting in there. But you do find some sort of letter that kind of verifies. I guess you don't yet have the notes on like what Sloptic told the others, but basically it verifies that Sloptic is going to Redonia, and it mentions dragon marks.
Oh.
I take it you show that to me as you find
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Ooh. This is like, sounds like this little guy is interested in people like our Freddy boy. Or,
Yeah.
You already
I mean,
talked to him.
don't say anything to him.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know if you forgot. Last time, like Fred woke up, we were attacked by a group of bandits. Like, I'm not exactly keen on talking about his new extracurricular activities
Right,
on
yeah.
vacations with everybody. But I'm just saying, keep an eye out on Tall Glass of Water and Short Stack over there in the corner, because
Yeah.
if they catch wind, I don't know. I don't know if two magic people can sense if they know that Fred's one of these chosen ones, Super Saiyan dragon guys now. I don't know. Either way, interesting. Nothing with a murder, but interesting. So on our way out, let's check those tables and that kind of common area out there. Maybe someone was sitting on a couch and they dropped a wallet. We can get an ID on someone who should have a visual. You can always hope. Maybe someone left their laptop on the bench. We can.
Yeah.
They left their iPhone charging.
Perfect.
Rookie mistake.
Exactly.
Yeah, you look over the common area there. It seems like some people were drinking and eating here. It's not been cleaned up yet, as that was probably where they were gonna go last. Something as you go to like both the room and the common area, something you do take note of is that the
Fireplace goes through.
yeah, the fireplace. There's the chimney, so the chimney kind of opens up here into like a fireplace that's like kind of shared between both areas. Just as a interesting point
Doesn't seem
that
like
you
these
notice.
get escape routes per se, but I'm intrigued nonetheless.
No, but
And the fire is
that
on.
means
Fire is on.
slot.
Yeah.
Oh, the fire's on.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
it look like it's been on the entire time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I go to Operation Hug a Grieving Father and you check if she has scorch marks on her?
Gosh. You know what? Why don't we
Need
make a
more-
list of
need that
things we
one.
want to check? Why don't we make a list of things we want to check about her body, and
Yeah.
then when Fred does the suggest, which I really think we need to do.
Yeah, I would
Uh,
rather Fred nicely try to charm somebody than me just like pick up a grieving father and carry
Yeah.
him 10 feet away.
And I really think it's just him we have to worry about. I don't think the mom's gonna put up a fight of. Maybe she might object. She might object to the talking to the dead, but she might let us just like look over the body.
Yeah, but let's be real. If we somehow get both of them out of the room, we're talking to the dead girl. I guess without a question.
If we manage to get both of them out of the room, we're
If
talking.
they're not in the room, like they don't got to know. Like, is that like, right? Like, just you
Yeah.
between you and me. Like that's the plan, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Who's the next one to go into the talks?
Who's left? Let's have the. Yeah. Sure.
All right. So you have chosen out of this group of humans, these 3 humans who seem to be a group. You have chosen an older, the older, an older man there, for to use.
A human.
Oh, all right.
Human.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Alpen.
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 Uh-huh.
And who are you with today?
I'm here with my family.
What's the purpose of your stay here?
We are we are on our way to Redonia. That was me, Dupe, being unsure.
From
The character knows. They say yes, from nearby Sarvent. We live there. We own a farm.
Uh-huh.
And what's the purpose of the visit then? If you have a farm that I'm assuming needs to be looked after.
I have staff, and and we are just taking a little family trip.
Can I make a quick estimation of his wealth? Now that he said he has staff, do I get the impression that he's like an actual farmer, or is he like a guy who owns a farm?
An actual
Like,
farmer.
again, looking at his hands. Okay.
An
so
actual,
he
yeah.
is
Yeah.
Used to hard labor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you
And
know
you checked
anyone here? Did
today?
you speak to anyone other than your group?
They say, no, just my family. I'm sorry, I can't be of much more use. The only thing other than that I could think of is I did see that elf that you were just talking to. I noticed them as we were having dinner. I noticed they were staring at everybody very intently.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I really don't have anything else. useful to add to the investigation. I'm sorry. I wish I could be more helpful.
And you were in your room with your family when this event occurred?
He says, yes, I was. I'm a heavy sleeper. I woke up only after after my son woke me up.
Uh-huh. All right. Do you have any more questions, Feared?
Why did you do it?
So tell me about why you pushed.
No, I think that's everything for now from you. Thanks for your questions. We'll speak to your daughter now.
Son.
Doesn't he also have he said family, like he had a daughter as well, no?
Is that his wife?
His wife? It's hard to tell the ages of like
His second wife.
because she looks a lot younger than his picture does. That's all I'm saying.
he says I'll ask my daughter to come here next year.
Okay.
Actually, before Alpen leaves, he says, "Please, my daughter is very upset about all of this. Don't be too harsh on her, please."
Oh, don't worry.
We only want to find out the truth.
All right, the daughter's in, and yeah, they are crying. They're just like sobbing. They're just.
How old is she?
20.
Okay.
20.
Why don't you take a seat there? Miss
Farmer's daughter?
Gian.
Gian.
Yes.
Jean. Okay. So, Jean, Gian, you look very upset. Did you happen to know the girl? Did you meet her before?
She's just sobbing and just says, "No, I don't know."
Do you have any calming music in your repertoire? Feared? Maybe not with the haunting pipes? No.
So, where are your family headed?
She says, Red Britonia.
And what are your plans there? Anything nice?
She says, I don't know.
Do you have any? Do you hear? Where's your room?
She says, it's the first one, right by the stairs.
That raises questions.
So you're asking, you're heading to Redonia, right? And I believe your father said you owned a farm in Farnlawson or near Farnlawson, correct?
She says, no, near Servant.
Oh, Servant. Okay.
Is there anything you want to tell us?
She says, I don't know.
Were you asleep when this terrible event occurred?
She's still just sobbing, and it's just like I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Wow. Let's just speak to the brother then, I guess.
Yeah.
And then later, when Janice and I look at the rooms, we can question why the father and his two children are sleeping in a single bed and two doubles.
Well,
And
so
one double.
I was wondering.
Well, what's going on there?
You guys don't share hotel beds with your family?
Not when there's
Yeah,
an empty
I
room
mean-
that has all singles downstairs. Like they would have taken your room.
I mean, if we're in a hotel room and there's only a queen, my sister and I will sleep in the same bed.
yeah, but I'm just saying if there's the option in this hotel room, if you're like, hey, we can get 3 single beds. I'm sure they would.
Yeah, because we arrived.
Especially since there was one downstairs.
That's what I'm saying. It's like there was an open room where
Yeah.
they could have followed the room. But either way,
But
Probably not
also,
that important.
pricing.
Yeah.
yeah, but that room is so cramped. How can that be an expensive room? These rooms have so much room.
Maybe they're scared of low altitudes and they needed to be on the first floor.
They're scared of drowning. They
Yeah.
thought the place might get flooded. Anyway, yeah. So let's send her out and signal in for the brother to join.
Unless we want to do a quick jump to the investigative duo upstairs.
Yeah.
No, we'll do the brother right away because the brother comes in right away. Without really waiting much and just comes in and seems really angry and is just like, what did you say to my sister? Why is she crying?
She was crying beforehand. This is an upsetting situation. Why would you assume that we're doing anything to your sister?
He says, well, I don't know. You've been bringing people in here, making them upset, and now you're talking to my sister who's done nothing. Why would she have anything to do with anything?
Well, we don't think she does, but we just have to ask everybody. I mean, and speaking of asking questions, could we get your name quick?
Garrett.
Garrett. That's such a. And how old does he look?
21.
Okay. So you're an older brother then?
He says, yes. I take care of my sister. I take care of my family. And I don't appreciate you questioning us. We're just farmers. We're on our way to Redonia. We have nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, well, we don't think you do, but I mean, we just have to ask these questions to be thorough. We think we already know who did it. So, I mean, you don't need to be worried about you or your family or your sister. Anyway, so you were heading to Redonia. What are you doing there? Are you visiting family or?
He says, no, Dad just wanted us to go on a family trip. I think it's pointless. We should be taking care of the farm and not just traveling around like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now we ended up in this trouble.
That's
I think you could show a bit more empathy. A young lady has died. Surely, having a younger sister yourself, you must appreciate how distressing this must be for their family.
He says, I'm sure it is, but all I care about right now is my family.
Okay. And
We are trying to
speaking of
do
your
right by everyone.
speaking of your family, you were all in your room then when this happened, or were you?
He says, yes. It was my dad, my sister, and me. I woke them both up, and then we came down.
And you woke up when you heard the scream, or?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so were you the first down the stairs then? I mean, are you a light sleeper?
He says, yes, I am.
And your sister and your dad didn't wake up? So you had to wake them yourself?
He says, well, my sister maybe woke up already by the sound as well, but yeah, I woke my dad up as well.
And then you came down right away.
Yes, we came down after a few other people had already gone there.
Uh-huh. Is he wearing shoes?
Yes.
Like, I mean,
Yes, the last person to be to talk to. Yes, this one is wearing shoes.
we should have checked if they were all wearing shoes.
They've all sort of tried to put on some clothes, like some shoes and such.
Okay. All right. Feared, do you have any more questions?
Not at present. You may go back to your family.
All right. Garrett goes back.
And then I guess we say to Mort, can you go get Donnie and Mervyn?
Or do we want to
And
go?
do you want to
Yes, though. Well, I mean, first they will be investigating because
Yeah.
they've been doing this at the same time. So, what's your investigation plan for the remaining 4 rooms?
Let's.
Start southeast and move north. I figured.
Yeah, the bottom one. So this, the 2-bedroom one here.
That's an easy one. It's empty.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. This one.
In that one, yes.
Either
In
or Calderon.
in that one, you find pretty much just like travel gear. Nothing too suspicious. It seems to be, you don't know who is in the room, but they seem to just be traveling.
Okay.
You don't find anything too special. Although I would do your investigation roll here for all 3 of these rooms.
All 3 of them. Okay.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me help you, homie. There you go. Look at all these things.
Yeah.
This guy's got so much rope. He's rolling in the dough. My goodness.
Let's use another flash of genius. So 18.
Okay. Yeah, so this first room, you look through it thoroughly. You don't really find anything interesting. Whoever is here is a pretty boring
Super-
traveler.
Awesome. Okay.
In the next room, you find pretty much the same kind of stuff. Or similar, not the same, but like similar stuff. You find like travel gear. Although this seems to be more
Oh wait, is the investigation roll for all 3 of them?
yes.
Is it too late to say that I want to use bardic inspiration on it? Is it too late now? Yeah.
Sure, you can roll it.
Thank you. Thought I was rolling for each one individually.
Just so I can have you burn it.
Okay.
Okay, 4. So it's 23.
22?
18, 22. It's 22.
22. Okay. So yeah, in this second room, you find that there's less stuff. It's like more. What's the word for it? It's more. Well, there's less things.
Sparse.
Yeah, more sparse. And but as you go through the whole thing, you find in like a hidden pocket inside of the backpack or something like that, you find a letter.
Letter.
Yes, which
What does it do?
where is it?
Can Mervyn read the letter?
Does
Okay, I don't have.
Fritz new like language thing extend to written?
No, but I have a different spell for that. I can
Yeah,
just
comprehend
cast
comprehend language is the one that you use to understand languages. The universal speech is just for spoken word. Yeah, it's kind of similar to how some like angelic beings, for example, can speak to creatures. If you know celestial, the language celestial, then you can do the same thing. But yeah, you find a letter which seems to be like well, the letters, the gist of the letter is that it states that like following the target. Oh, sorry. Target has been found following before taken care of.
I'm gonna turn to Mervyn and be like, "Well, that's suspicious." I don't know about you.
It is. It
I think
is very
this seems like,
suspicious.
this feels like a go downstairs and calmly ask who was staying in this room kind of thing. We do have one more to check on though, which I do believe is the family room. So we would probably expect to see an average number of single beds in there and number of people living. So let's just check out, make sure to dot all our T's and cross all our I's. Let's just check that
Yeah.
room.
That
Then
last room, yeah.
I got
on a
I got a
second.
sneaking suspicion about this one. We're staying here.
In the last room, you find again pretty normal stuff like this is a group of traveling farmers.
Very nice.
Okay.
Nothing suspicious about it.
The backbone of our economy. You gotta love these people. This is great. Maybe they provide our cabbage and that delicious stew. But either way, I'm content up here for now. Let's go check how the boys and girls are doing downstairs after have those private talks.
Hmm.
All right.
As
So
I come down, I glare at Bobbert as I come down the stairs as well, by the way.
I'm ready to go when you are. Yeah, come on.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? You miss me? Yeah?
Yeah, so we are unfortunately running out of time today. So
Yeah.
we're gonna leave it here. You have a lot of notes now. So something you might do is just like share your notes for each other, and then you can kind of try to figure things out by yourself between the sessions here, and see if you can maybe have some ideas of what to do next time.
So Bobbert, Nunya Business, and Calderon, either one of them has absolutely zero stuff with them, or one of them was not a guest. and was just sort of there.
Too few
It's
rooms
weird.
for the people. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mysteries.
It seems like
Yeah.
everyone other than the families have something to hide, but we haven't spoken to the elves' parents yet, so.
Yeah.
And to be fair, maybe the family themselves have something to hide with their double bed.
I
That's
think
yet
it's
to be seen.
I think it's Gian, definitely Gian.
Operation.
Because okay, there's like a couple threads. I think those two rooms are, it's Calderon's and the Drow's, one or the other. The couple threads we can pull is Philric was in the middle of sharpening a sword, maybe, so she might have not been actually asleep. There's definitely something suspicious there, and
She's
she
probably
was all
like
nervous.
something dragon fateful, like she was covering her hand, she might have a dragon mark. So I think she's hiding
Yeah.
that, but I don't think it's necessarily linked.
Or
I
she could
think-
have scratches on her from like a struggle or something. That's the one thing I want to check it when we look at the body, is if there's anything underneath her fingernails.
And
Yeah,
I
no,
think Gian, the daughter of the farmer, was also really suspicious. Like,
Really?
She was really upset, but why was she so upset? I get that it's like a traumatic event, but she could also be upset because she was meeting the elf in the middle of the night and they got into a fight and she pushed her, and now she is terribly upset that she accidentally murdered someone. It's possible, and she didn't say anything.
I do also.
The brother first said he woke both his father and her, but then when we asked again, he said that he just woke his father because the daughter might have already been awake.
I wasn't here when you talked to the innkeeper's daughter. Did you ask her what order people came down the stairs? Okay.
She didn't say a lot. She was very.
She was also
didn't
distressed, in tears, just like Gian. So
she didn't see anything and she didn't remember anything.
Great.
Make notes for next time, so you don't forget about these observations, because that might be that might be a bad thing if you forget about these observations.
Don't worry, we will.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe next time you get to talk to the elves as well, and look at the body, and I don't know, do some necromancy.
Oh, if I can get them in another room, we are straight up going puppet over here with the girl and just
I have a feeling all she's gonna say is, "I didn't see who pushed me." Like, because that's just such an easy, like, if we had managed to do that from the very beginning, if we never talked to anyone and just physically pulled the parents off and did it anyway.
I don't know. We distinctly heard two screams and then a thump and then glass break.
Well, yeah, I think Tawny screamed when she saw the body fall.
That's what she said as well.
Yeah, there was a scream, a thump, glass breaking, and then another scream.
No, there were two screams before the thump.
Either way, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Yeah. So I'll see you all next week, same time, and bye.
Bye. Have a nice week.
All right. My stuff is not working correctly here. But thanks everyone for joining in today on D&D. Next time we'll have part 2 of the murder at Beaver Rock Inn. Murder question mark, I guess. So yeah, I'll be posting the schedule for next week later on, but I can already tell you that we've got a new game coming up, because I forget what day it is. It's probably the 25th. 26th is when My Time at Sandrock comes out, and I'm excited to finally play that as it comes out of the early closed beta and into well, it's going to be early access still, but I think yes, it's the start of early access. Anyways, we'll be playing that and the other stuff. Anyways, bye.